At some point, Andrew Madoff learned that the money he and his family had been donating to the charitable Lymphoma Research Foundation was, in fact, stolen. It was big money, in the millions. It's unclear whether Andrew knew all along that the money was stolen. But there's no doubt that his dad did. Dad, Bernie Madoff, took it. It was the largest Ponzi scheme in history. Madoff ran his fraudulent empire for around 15 years. So many people handed over so much cash, and the paper trail of fake stock purchase receipts and the rest grew so complicated that it's impossible to determine exact numbers of victims and losses. Federal authorities have estimated the victims were around 5,000, and the losses around $65 billion, which works out to about $13 million squeezed from each client. Madoff had, obviously, rich clients. He met them at his home in New York City, at his mansion in hyper-wealthy Palm Beach, Florida, or on his 55-foot yacht, cleverly named Bull. He impressed them with a calm demeanor and serious knowledge. And while it's true that he was mostly taking clients' money and sticking it in his wallet, the investments he claimed to engineer were quite sophisticated. They had to do with buying stock in tandem with options to buy and sell that same stock on the futures market. He threw in technical words, and left everyone thinking he was either crazy or a genius. Since he was apparently making money, genius seemed the more likely reality. People also found him trustworthy. He sat on the boards of several Wall Street professional organizations, and was known on the charity circuit as a generous benefactor. Health research was a favorite. Madoff also channeled significant money to Andrew and other family members, but the exact numbers aren't clear. What is certain is that in late 2008, Andrew knew that his father's investment company had hit a rough patch. The stock market was crashing, and investors wanted their money back. Madoff was having trouble rounding up the cash. Which explains why Andrew was surprised when his father called him in and said he decided to distribute about $200 million in bonuses to family members and employees. It didn't make sense. How could there be a cash flow crisis, but still enough cash to pay out giant bonuses? The blunt question, according to the Madoff family, broke Madoff down. He spilled the truth.
He called from the office and said, "I'm coming home with the boys. I have something to talk about."
He said the business is a Ponzi scheme, and firm is completely insolvent, and I'm broke.
Madoff sits in jail now, and for the rest of his life. He claims his scheme was his project alone, and his children had no knowledge or participation in it, despite the fact that they were high executives in his embezzling company.
The question that's been asked more than any other question in 3 years, did Andrew know? You lived the lifestyle he lived. If you didn't know something, didn't you suspect something?
I didn't. I had grown up my entire life attending functions where he was being honored and hearing about the legend of Bernie Madoff. And I'm hopeful that I will be able to put this all behind me sometime soon.
Bilked investors got nearly nothing. One of those investors was Cheryl Weinstein. She and her family are now looking for a place to live because, after investing everything with Madoff and losing it, they were unable to make their house payments.
We lost everything, and the investment responsibility was mine and my family.